What is up, everybody? Gonna be working on the 240 today. Gotta get that car running. But before we get into that, if you haven't seen the last video, the K-Swap Civic officially started. I'm super happy about it. I'm gonna continue working on it, but we have to work on some other cars in order to continue working on the hatch. It's a whole ordeal. I have a whole mess of a plan that I'm trying to do. Check out that video. Drop a like on that video, comment, do all that great stuff for the algorithm. Help your boy out. The 240 has been sitting for a while. I haven't been driving it, and 2 months ago I did rebleed it. I was driving it, I dailied it for about 2 weeks, and it was just losing pressure. I didn't feel too confident, so I parked it and I just forgot about it. So we're gonna try to fix it today. 240s, or at least I don't know if all 240s or any other Nissans have it, but S13s, they have a clutch dampener. Just dampens the clutch so you can get a clean engagement, and you have to bleed that along with bleeding the slave cylinder. So it's two different things they have to bleed. It makes it a lot harder. And one of the popular things to do is just delete the clutch damper box, connect the master cylinder straight to the slave cylinder, and apparently it fixes a lot of the clutch issues people have. And I'm really hoping that that's what the issue is with my car, because it just loses pressure over time. It feels like it's not bled properly. You have to pump it a couple times and then it works. I ended up buying one thing, master cylinder bleeder kit thingy, and I mainly bought it just because of the straw thingy. I'll explain exactly what I'm going to use that for. I know there's other actual tools that are used, bleed brakes, bleed clutches and stuff like that, but this was on short notice. This is the best I could do, and I feel like it should work. Let's go out to the 240 and just start doing stuff. This is the clutch damper box, and we have a little dilemma. It's not connected. There's dead ass a connection straight from the master cylinder that comes from up there, comes down here, connects to right here, and then this connects to our slave. Not what I thought was the case. I honestly thought this was the fix. Is it this that is completely just worn out and it's not even doing its job anymore? Like, this was the fix that we had done initially, or that the mechanic did. He just kind of put this so that it could completely decompress and compress. So I'm just gonna go ahead and try to re-bleed the entire clutch system one more time and then test drive it. Here's the setup. We got our little straw pipe, whatever this is. It's connected to the slave cylinder on the bleeder nipple, right? And so we run it all the way into a bottle filled with some brake fluid. Or the point of this is, whenever we're pumping the clutch, it's obviously gonna push out bubbles. Whenever you disengage it, it'll suck up clutch fluid so that no air is ever entering the slave. I tried my best doing this. Whenever you move the little pipe thingy, air bubbles show up in this little straw thingy, whatever. So I feel like some air is coming in through there and some fluid is probably leaking out through there. So it's not doing the best, but as you can see, our fluid is a little bit more dirty, so some fluid from the master cylinder was coming down here. I'm pretty sure I bled it thoroughly. I'm gonna go ahead and clean up. We'll try to start it, and we might go on a test drive, see what happens. This thing is always, haven't found a good spot in the 240 yet. Clutch so far, it feels soft. Ooh, shifter feel nice. Oh my god, I hate how bad this thing squeaks. All right, it stopped. Alrighty, so the car turned on. It took a couple tries, which was expected due to the battery, but also we have a little issue with the switch. I have to like shake the whole steering column and then while like turning it just to start the car. But it started. Oh, clutch actually feels really good, which is weird. Dude, I have like I don't want to say PTSD because it might offend someone. But I get PTSD whenever I'm like about to shift this car. I get so nervous that I'm about to like grind a gear or something. But let's see. Let's try to go into first. Let's just try to go into first. We're not gonna drive anything yet, but clutch in. Oh my gosh. It's like a nut every single time that this car goes into gear. But honestly, it feels really nice. The clutch feels really nice. It hasn't lost pressure yet. After a bit of thinking, you know what else I think it could be? Maybe this line facing upward is causing some bubbles to stay around right here, and you bleed it, but some bubbles stay right here, and I feel like we should hold this line a little bit lower or tuck it in down there by the brake, under the brake booster. Maybe that'll make the clutch feel a lot better, because I feel like this line facing upward doesn't allow us to bleed it properly. Just a thought. I'm not gonna lie, I'm very nervous to drive this car. Like I said, this car gives me like a lot of just like, I don't know, I just feel weird every time I drive this car. I hope everything goes smooth. If it does, I'll drive this car tomorrow and I'll drive it a couple days. This car needs to get smogged and to get the new tags again. They just expired this month, so I really want to get this car running so that we can go do all that good stuff, get it registered again. This first to second gear was all right. It felt good, I'm not gonna lie. Let's go into third. Oh, okay, it went into third. It went into third pretty good. Went into third. It went into third good. All right, dropping gear. Oh, okay. All right, so far so good. We're gonna take it to the freeway if everything goes good in the freeway, because in the freeway usually we lose pressure really fast. So that's the true test. If everything goes good, we'll take it straight to the car wash. The clutch is starting to feel like very light, so we might get a grind anytime soon. I'm not gonna lie. Going into the freeway. It's starting to feel really light. No. All right, we're into fourth. And we're in fifth. Okay, so far so good. We're just gonna cruise in fifth, and we'll see what happens when I exit. I was gonna try to hide this, but I gotta be real with you guys. So I forgot my wallet at home, so I had to go home. I turned off the car, turned it back on, and actually before I was even getting home, the car, it's already acting up. Like the clutch feels so bad. It feels worse than what it felt before. Like right now it's just going all the way in and it barely has like some bite at the bottom. I put gas and I opened the brake fluid reservoir just to check if like some fluid just flew out, I guess, or something. And I removed the cap and some of it splashed out, and then I just put the cap back on, some more splashed out. We're going to wash the car right now, or at least we're just gonna rinse it. Either way, just cause I want to rinse off the brake fluid. Apparently brake fluid is extremely corrosive and I don't want to rust out my engine bay. It's like one of the least things I want to do to my car right now. Rinse the car, rinsed out the engine bay. Not gonna lie, it doesn't want to go into gear. I'm like so bummed out right now, man. This fucking sucks. I was really hoping that the car was gonna drive good, and it felt great. Like when we first started driving the car and I was recording, the car honestly felt really good. It was going into gears smooth. It went into reverse smooth, and reverse is always like it's like the hit or miss gear. And out of nowhere, I exited the freeway because I had to go back home because I forgot my wallet and stuff like that, and it just went downhill from there. I just wanted to give an update after I rinsed the car out. Still feels like shit. I know it's kind of ironic, me watching Fast and Furious. It's like basically every automotive YouTuber is like Fast and Furious, you know, that's the movie that got me into cars, blah blah blah. Which in a sense, for me too. I remember watching this movie when I was younger, Too Fast, Too Furious. It was the first one that I ever watched, and at the time I didn't know any of the cars, but I just knew that I liked some of them, and I was like, damn, when I grow up I want to have that car. And then you grow up and then you find out that you can't have that car until you're like 76, and then once you become 76, that car is like 200 grand. So yeah, whatever. I've been watching it just because all the movies are on Netflix right now, so I'm kind of going through a phase of watching all the Fast and Furious movies right now. But I'm gonna end up this video, and guys, I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty bummed out with turnout for the 240. I really thought it was gonna end up working, but it didn't. Like I said, it felt good the first time I was driving, and then I exited the freeway, came back to the house, and it felt like you would compress it all the way, and it just like at the very last bit, it would actually bite and engage. Like, it literally felt like it was just that much that was engaging and disengaging. I'm gonna just bite the bullet and buy the new kit with the clutch and master cylinder, swap it out. Sorry, the car's not running yet. I'm even more butthurt than probably you guys are probably watching this video. But regardless, guys, that's just what cars are, and especially when you get into old cars, the reality is these cars are old. They need a lot of maintenance, a lot of work to get them running properly. But I will get the car running properly. I miss driving the 240, and we gotta get tags for it soon, so I have to get this car running ASAP. So I'm gonna buy this kit, install it somewhat soon, and then hopefully the car's back up and running. But that's all I got for you guys today. If you guys enjoyed today's video, drop a like, comment any information. If you own a 240, you can give me any info on what to do, what to try. I'm open to any ideas. That's it. I'll see you on the next one. God bless.